Hey guys, it's Shamsa and welcome to my little kitchen. Now, the recipe that I'm about to share with you all today, in my house it's known as rainbow rice. Now, if you haven't guessed it already, it's Mutanjan, which is also known as sweet rice. It's so colourful and so pretty. It's loaded with dry fruits and you're going to love this. So let me run through what you need to make this and then we'll start cooking. So the ingredients you're going to need are half a cup of clarified butter. Now, if you don't know how to make this, I do have a recipe for it, which I will link in the description box for you guys. I've got 2 cups of normal basmati rice, which I've soaked for 30 minutes. I've got a full kettle of boiled water here, which roughly equates to around 8 cups. And I have 1/3 of a cup of the following ingredients. I've got coconut, which I bought dried like this and halved. And all I've done is I've got myself a standard peeler and I've just very carefully just peeled little sort of like slithers like that and just pop them in. And I've got the same quantity of almonds, which I soaked in boiling water for at least 10 to 15 minutes, removed the skin and then just sliced them in half. I've got 12 to 13 glazed cherries, which I've halved. I've got 1.5 cups of sugar and I've got 1 cup of water, which obviously when we come around to making the sugar syrup, the jashni, we're going to use that. I've got 1/4 of a cup of green sultanas and I've got 6 green cardamom pods and I've got less than 1/4 of a teaspoon of the following food colouring: red, green and deep orange. So let's start cooking. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is I've added my water into a pot and it's come to the boil and I'm just going to add the rice in and I'm going to cook these until they're half cooked. And then I'll show you what you need to do next. So guys, our rice is now half done and we're going to check this now. So just grab some rice onto your spoon and take a grain and then break it in half, and if it breaks easily, it's done. So I'm just going to drain that now. So my rice is drained and I've just taken another pot which I'm going to cook in, and I'm going to add my clarified butter into this now. And I'm going to throw in the green cardamom pods. And I'm just going to let that infuse in the butter, the cardamom pods, just for about 2 minutes. And to that, I'm going to add 1 cup of boiled water straight into that. And then straight in with the sugar. Just stir that in and just allow that to dissolve. And we're going to cook this now until the sugar completely dissolves. And the sugar syrup is basically a 1 thread consistency, which I will show you once it's done. So just let that simmer away on a low to medium heat setting until all that sugar has melted really nicely. So guys, the sugar syrup is now done and I'm just going to show you how to check for the 1 thread consistency. So basically just grab some syrup in a spoon that you're using. Now, because this is really hot, you don't want to touch this, otherwise you'll actually burn your fingers and have a blister. But grab a normal teaspoon, and what you want to do is you just want to, I can show you, push against the syrup. It keeps dripping down, but if you want to just push it and lift it up and you see that 1 thread forming, basically I can here, and that means that is ready. So we are now going to add our rice into that, all of it. Just add it in. And just gently break it down and mix it in. I'm going to turn the heat on now because I had it off because I didn't want the sugar syrup to overcook. And what we're going to do is we're just going to gently mix all of that syrup with the rice. Very, very gently because you don't want to break the rice. And I'm going to turn my heat setting up to about medium high and just gently stir that in. And make sure all of the rice is coated in that lovely syrup. And I want to dry the water now, the syrup, I want to dry it. So I'm going to turn my heat setting to full. Because the rice is more than half cooked, I don't want to overcook it. So if I turn the heat setting on now to a high, it'll just ensure all of that syrup cooks quickly. So I'm going to allow that to cook down, all the water, and I'll show you how it looks once it's done. So now that there's no sort of like water left in there, it's completely dry, I'm just going to turn my hob settings to a low setting, and I'm just going to add all the dry fruits inside. So in with the sultanas and the almonds. I'm just going to reserve a few almonds just for when I garnish at the end, when I serve up, and the same of the coconut as well. So just on top like that. Just going to leave a little bit, and I'm going to add the cherries into this as well, just like that. And it's looking so pretty. There we are. And what I've done is I've actually put some warm water into the food colouring here, and I'm going to add this into this now. And you only want a few drops here and there, so not too much, but just a little bit. And now the red. Might just add a little bit more green because I think we might have a little less. There we are. And now I'm going to pop the lid on, and I'm going to allow that to cook away for about 10 to 15 minutes on low setting, just to give it a dum, and I'll show you once it's done. So guys, it's been 10 to 15 minutes. This has been cooking away on dum, and it's ready now. Just look at that. How beautiful does that look? I'm going to turn my heat off, and let me just show you how this is. That beautiful colour coming through from all of the colours that we used, and gently just mix all that together. Oh, that smell of sweet rice is just, oh, reminds me of wedding season. And there you have it, guys. There's my sweet rice, which is also called Mutanjan, is ready. Let me plate this up and tell you guys exactly how it is. So guys, I've plated my Mutanjan up, and I'm going to tuck into this and tell you exactly how it is. It's loaded with coconut and almonds and cherries. Yum. That first bite takes me back to Pakistani weddings. Oh. I love this. Oh my god. Oh, so good. You can basically add whatever dry fruits you want to. You can also add cashews into this, pistachios. Some people even add dates into this, so it's really nice. But the typical dry fruits that I've added are what we normally add. Guys, this recipe is honestly one to make at home and just enjoy. Wedding or no wedding, you need to make this and enjoy this. Sugar's spot on, absolutely lovely. Perfect after any meal. Try the recipe out, let me know how you find it. Don't forget to like, share and comment and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done. Also hit that bell button to be notified of any updates. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook at My Little Kitchen Recipes, and I'll be back again with another one very soon. Till then, take care and happy eating.